What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the best team in FIFA. This is episode number 2 and we are going to be today actually looking at my team. The reason why we're going to be looking at my team is because I got Elite 1 with this team. It is a Road to Glory team and I get asked all the time, what is my team, what are my formations, my custom tactics, what in-game changes do I make, what player instructions do I have. And so today, I'm going to show you guys everything that got me to 34 wins last weekend league. Not this weekend league just gone, I only got 31 unfortunately this weekend league just gone. But this is the team that I'm going to be using. There are plenty of alternative players you can use. Some players are obviously very expensive, even though this is a Road to Glory, because of how much time and energy I put into the Road to Glory. It does end up yielding me obviously a big coin rewards. And if you guys want to follow my Road to Glory, link to the second channel is in the description below, where I run every day 10 PM UK time. A brand new Road to Glory goes live on the second channel. Before we get into that though guys, thank you so much for the incredible support on the channel recently. Since FIFA 18 has come, my channel has just taken a direction I never thought would be possible, and I just really appreciate the incredible support. The likes, the subscriptions, the kind words, the great messages, and more importantly, the incredible community that we've built. You know, I used to, last year specifically, I felt like I had a great community on my Road to Glory channel where everyone was there to help everyone and have a good time. And it felt like a very toxic place on my main channel where like the comments were just full of bickering and bitterness and just a lot of hatred. But it seems to have transformed this year with FIFA 18, where again there's just a lot of positivity in the comment sections, and I love that. I absolutely love the fact that we've actually built a community you know, within ourselves, within the FIFA world, which is just absolutely sensational. With that being said though guys, let's get into what my team is and where we go. So I personally start in a 4-3-2-1, but I never use the 4-3-2-1. I literally use it for chemistry reasons, and in turn, I have to put players in first, don't I? In terms of the players, do I actually have Horn in the club? I don't think I do I? I know I had him on the trade pile. Have I got him in the club? No. Right, so my goalkeeper, I'm going to have to use the goalkeeper that I used this week that got me 31 wins, and that is SCHMEICHEL. You'll see here I've played 97 games with him. I actually bought him as an investment last week, and then EA didn't release a Prime Icon SBC. So hopefully this Thursday coming, they do release a Prime Icon SBC and his price goes up and I make profit. But my goalkeeper is actually Horn 2 weeks ago and SCHMEICHEL this week. But the goalkeeper really is not the biggest point of the whole thing. It's very irrelevant. But I would say for those of you that want to, or don't have the coins obviously for like a SCHMEICHEL, Horn, Farman, Leno, all fantastic choices that you can use in this team. Now I should be able to set my custom tactics. So my custom tactics are as follows. I'm going to show you what the custom tactics are. I'm going to talk to you about why I've set them up as they are. And then I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't use my custom tactics. Okay, so I have speed at 80, passing at 50, passing at 60, crossing at 65, shooting at 50. I then put my pressure all the way up to 80 and my aggression all the way up to 84. And my team width drops down to 40. We of course keep cover on the defensive line. So first and foremost, why do I use these tactics? I genuinely don't know. I thought just very passively about it. I didn't put too much thought into it. I just thought, how do I like to build up my play? I like to build up quite quickly. I like counter-attacking. I just like a speedy resolution to try and get a shot on goal. So let me upgrade the speed. I left passing the same because I don't really understand it. In terms of passing here for chance creation, what I feel like, and I might be wrong here, this is just how I've read things and where I've read things, this passing stat is how far people run or how close they come. I might be wrong in this one. It might be the other passing stat that's to do that. But when I've got the passing longer, the players will make like deeper runs for more dangerous passes. And so I set it a little bit longer just so that I actually have, because I've got good passers in the team, I have the ability to pass long through balls through to my players, and it just creates just a dynamic opportunity to score goals. I've set the crossing quite high because I actually feel like crossing this year was going to be overpowered. You know, these custom formations, custom tactics are what I've had since day one on FIFA 18. With the new crossing techniques and stuff, which I actually still haven't learned. I thought crossing was going to be OP as hell, so I set it to 65. I've never changed it. I do score quite a lot of crosses, back post crosses specifically, but I feel like this might be an area where I could actually improve, because I don't get enough players in areas that I want them. And then shooting I left the same because I don't know what it does, to be perfectly honest. Pressure and aggression I set really high, because I feel like winning the ball back this year is super important. Not that it's not important in previous years, but if you've got players with a lot of pace and a lot of stamina, chasing your opponent down is quite important. The higher you set your pressure and aggression, the quicker your players will try to go and win the ball back. Obviously not the one you're controlling, but your AI players. And that's one of the sections. And the other section is how many people go to do it. So I think one of them is like almost includes like a second man press. So what happens is your team presses up and pushes onto your opponent quite quick. And that way, if you can read their play, you're obviously going to steal the ball back quite quickly. And the only downside to this is if they can pass around you, you're exposed in behind. And most of the goals I concede are counter-attacks. And that might be due to my pressure and aggression being super high. And then team width is at 40, guys. I like the narrow formation this year. I wanted to make sure it stayed narrow, so I pulled the team width in just so there's always opportunities to pass in the midfield. So those are my custom tactics. As I said a second ago, I don't really know why I have these as my custom tactics. It's just a really laid back look at what they should do and how I think they should work. I'm probably wrong, but they seem to work for me. The reason why you shouldn't take these custom tactics is because they work for me. They work for my specific play style, and you might try these out and it might make you perform worse because it just doesn't suit the players that you have available, the formation that you use, or the play style that you use in game. You know, you might be a counter-attacking player and this doesn't work for you. You might be a possession-based player, this might not work for you. You might be a long ball player, this might not work for you. You might be use width and love your wingers, this won't work for you. So although this is what I use, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you go in and use it yourself. So in terms of the team, guys, my defense is as follows. Aurier at right back, Eric Bailly, Jerome Boateng, and David Alaba at left back. So in terms of the goalkeeper, David De Gea will work here, or any German Bundesliga goalkeeper will work here. So that's why I said like Horn is like 1.2k coins. Aurier for me is insane. 233 games on this card. I already had like 50 or 80 games on his ones to watch card and about 30 games on the other gold card that I had before that. So I've played well in excess of 300 and maybe 350 games with Aurier. He has a considerable amount of goals and assists for me, but most of those are from squad battles because of the way I set up in squad battles. I use him as a right mid instead of a fullback. But this guy is just insane. When you look at his attribute details, he's got insane stamina, just generally fantastic physical. With that shadow chem style, he goes up to 99 sprint speed and 94 acceleration. His defending stats are exceptional. His physicals are exceptional. His passing is very good for a fullback, as is his dribbling. Even though he's only 81 rated, this is probably a card that I'll continue to use for a very long time. And Eric Bailly, much the same. You know, I have the funds to be able to purchase top quality centre backs, Desai, Rio Ferdinand, Alessandro Nesta, Carlos Puyol. I can purchase all of these guys. I can purchase Maldini and play him at 7 chem on centre back. There's no need. Medium high work rates for Eric Bailly, 6'2" tall, 190 games for me. Exceptional player. This is a card that will only be bettered when, in my opinion, Team of the Season comes around or Team of the Year comes around, and that Sergio Ramos Team of the Year card is going to fit in here, and that Bonucci card might fit in here. Other than that, there's no reason to improve him. And the same with Boateng. You know, 6'4" for Boateng, so a huge card. Medium work rates, and once again, just insane stamina. And you see how I've got high strength, high aggression on Boateng and on Bailly, high strength, high aggression. That fits really well along with the stamina and the pace into my high pressure, high aggression custom tactics. And then David Alaba at left back, again, quite like Aurier. He's got a lot of goals and assists because I use him at left mid in squad battles. But 170 games on him, an incredibly well-rounded card. A lot of people told me to steer clear of him. Doesn't have the greatest strength or aggression, but he's got great stamina, great defensive stats, great passing, great dribbling. He's got, look at the shot power and long shots. He'll be a beast from shooting outside the box. He's got insane pace, like he goes to 97 pace or whatever with the Shadow Chem style. He actually, I think he goes to like 99 sprint speed and 96 acceleration, or the other way around. It's an incredible card, and that's my defense, guys. For me, the best defense I've used in a long time, and this is the kind of defense, like I say, even here, there's not really anyone that I would improve on this defense. Like, you could look at icons potentially, but I don't think there's many icons out there other than prime icons that actually suit the team better than what I've already got here. So that is my defense, guys. On to the midfield. Our first centre midfielder is Paul Pogba. We also have Bakayoko and Arturo Vidal. So these are the three players that I use. I do switch into a 4-1-2-1-2 in-game. Bakayoko goes down at CDM. And then Pogba is the right centre mid and Vidal is the left centre mid. I bought these midfielders here because I just wanted to really improve my midfield, because I feel like it's easy to attack this year in FIFA where you don't have to spend too much on attack. I wanted to really bolster my defence and midfield to try and control games, and that's exactly what these guys allow you to do. 170 goals for Pogba, 170 games, 75 goals, 59 assists. This man is insane. What's really interesting is he doesn't really have exceptional stats except for physical, but he's got 4-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, 6 foot 3 inches tall, 91 stamina, 91 strength. He's got very good dribbling, ball control and composure, which is obviously an important stat. He's got really nice short passing and long passing, even though his crossing isn't the best. His vision's very good. His shot power there at 90. His long shots are really good. He's got great pace for a centre midfielder, and as you can see, I've got Maestro on him. Bakayoko, for me, 312 games, the most efficient midfielder you will buy this year. 6 foot 1 inches tall. You whack a shadow on him. He's got great stamina, great strength, great aggression, incredible pace, incredible defending, and 80 short passing. That's exactly perfect for Bakayoko. He can't score. What have I scored with him? 5 goals in 312 games. He's not very good in front of net. That's not what you've got him in the team for. And then to complete the midfield, we've got Arturo Vidal, 4-star weak foot, high work rates, which is great. And when we look at his in-game stats, again, another one with incredible aggression, very high composure, very good stamina, really good shot power and long shots, insane short passing and long passing, reactions, ball control, very good. We whack an artist on him, which boosts his dribbling and his passing, and it just gets him to a point where he can pass with the best of them. And the reason why I put artist to boost his dribbling and stuff, because some people would probably put shadow on him, but when I look at his stand tackle at 89 and his interceptions at 85, I actually feel like a shadow would probably be a waste. But when I look at his passing, he gets up to like 94 short pass and 97 long pass, I believe. But more importantly, it boosts his ball control and his reactions up high, which means he never really miscontrols the ball, and he's always like a solid option for you in midfield. And he just does bits, honestly. This is the best midfield I've used since like last year's back end of FIFA. So that's my midfield, guys. In the attack, we've got first and foremost Romain Alessandrini there. Insane card. Up front, we have got Icon Giroud. No, just kidding. We've got Mbappe. Giroud was purchased for squad battles only. And our left forward is not Heung-min Son. Our left forward is Anthony Martial. Now, this trio is great. I did try Gabriel Jesus. I liked Gabriel Jesus, but let me show you the return on these guys. Now, yes, there are some squad battles games in here, of course, but I play squad battles on Legendary or Ultimate, so it's more difficult, in my opinion, for me to score in squad battles than it is in online. Alessandrini, for 30,000 coins, has 115 goals and 99 assists in 170 games. Anthony Martial has 200 goals and 122 assists in 190 games. And Mbappe there has 172 goals and 138 assists in 165 games. That probably for me is the best return. So this goes into a 4-1-2-1-2. As I said, guys, Bakayoko goes to CDM, Pogba and Vidal are the outside mids. Alessandrini goes in at cam, because look at these stats. These are stats worthy of a 90, 91 rated card. 87 stamina, insane curve. His short passing and long passing, not the best, but that's why I've got Maestro on it, boost that. His shooting is insane, his pace is insane. He's got 96 agility and 95 balance, which makes him really difficult to get off the ball and means that he's super quick when he performs skill moves. He gets shots away very good. He's got that 91 shot power that gets boosted with the Maestro Chem style. All in all, like most people say, why not go Dembele there, 5-star, 5-star? Dembele's not as good as Alessandrini. Alessandrini for me is the absolute key man to this team. He really helps link up the team. And what you see here, guys, in this starting 11 is exactly the team that I use. Of course, we just have a French Premier League manager. Have I got that going on there somewhere? I don't think it matters. I think these guys will get 10 chem anyway. Yeah, they do all get 10 chem anyway. On the bench, guys, I do take some super subs. So I have my I have my Cuadrado boosted right now as one of my subs. Giroud, not traditionally a sub. I also take with me Jose Callejon and Heung-min Son. And these are my subs, guys. So I don't really offer much by way of defensive-minded subs. If I screw up in that manner, then so be it. You know, if Bakayoko gets sent off, I can use Vidal or Pogba at CDM. If Vidal or Pogba gets sent off, I can use, you know, one of these guys as a centre mid, Alessandrini as a centre mid, Cuadrado as a centre mid. But I take these guys as well as subs. Heung-min Son there, super cheap now, much cheaper than what I paid for him. 128 goals and 74 assists in 184 games. And Jose Callejon, another one of my super subs, not this one specifically, but one that I've got on the trade pile. He's got like 100 games, 80 goals and 60 assists or so for me. The rest of the team, you can put whoever you want here, or you can bronze bench. I do bronze bench, not for any reason really, other than the fact that it just, like, I don't need people there. You know what I mean? So we're an 83 rated squad anyway. It's not a high rated squad, not a low rated squad. But this is the team. I realise this video's got like super long right now. It's already 16 minutes long. I didn't expect it to take this long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a game. I'm going to show you the in-game changes that I make, and then I'm going to play the game not live, and I'm going to show just the highlights of 1 or 2 games at the end so that this video doesn't become stupidly long. So I will be right back. Okay guys, as we go into the game, I was going to do it live, but the video was just going to be super long. So what I thought I'd do is I'll just play the game, chop out all the bits that are important, and show you guys and talk over it, so I'll be able to talk a little bit more comprehensively about some of the team. We're in Division 2 and we come up against a really strong Bundesliga team. First things first though, guys, this is what I do in game every game. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is the formation I set. My strikers go to stay central, getting behind and press back line. That's for both of them. My central defensive midfielder goes to stay back while attacking. Everything else remains the same. I do switch around, of course, POGBA and Bakayoko. That on the screen right now is exactly how my team sets up. I will change to a 4-2-3-1 narrow if I'm in a real tight game with sort of like 5-10 minutes left and I feel like I need that extra central defensive midfielder. But traditionally, I'll stay in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Now, things actually started off pretty badly for me here. I didn't even get a touch of the ball and end up conceding a goal. But we're in Division 2. I've got a super team. And the new patch is out. So I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm going to have to grasp the new passing mechanics because obviously the game has changed. I'm yet to play a game with the new patch. I thought, hey, if I lose, I lose. It's Division 2. It's not exactly, you know, we're not on a low division. And I wanted to show some of the chances that I take as well as the goals that I score. And also, some of the clips are like super long because I wanted to show the turnover of possession as well. Just so that you can see where I typically win the ball back and how I initiate attacks. Because most of my goals are scored within sort of like 10 to 12 seconds of like receiving possession back. It's very rare I have sustained pressure unless the player is sat super defensive or unless I'm already 3 or 4 goals up. But as you can see here, the ball comes through, 4 passes later I get a shot out, the rebound off the goalkeeper. Anthony Martial was there to tap that one home to make it 2-1. We eventually made it 3-1, a hat-trick for Martial. Here we go again. You see I steal the ball in midfield there. Pogba picks it up off of Vidal. One pass into Martial, I believe it is. One pass into Mbappe, sorry. Another pass into Martial. A beautiful little drag back. And then a goal. And that's the beauty of the high pressure, high aggression, is that you're on top of your opponent so much that when you steal the ball back, because of that quick build-up play that I've got, you know how I set the passing a bit higher to speed up the build-up play, it only takes a few passes before I'm just in on goal. My opponent made a really big mistake here with his goalkeeper. Mbappe gets in. Nice little fake shot. Beautiful ball roll. Beautiful finish to make it 4-1 after 33 minutes. But once again, as explained at the start of the video, you know, the problem with being high pressure, high aggression is that you are susceptible to counterattacks and getting hit in behind because your team is so aggressive that if the opponent finds the space, spots the space and makes the correct pass, there are times where you can't do anything. Once again, I win the ball back in midfield once again with Paul Pogba. 3 passes later, 4 passes later, 5 passes later, 6 passes later, we get the ball into a good attacking area. Nice little 1-2 there between Alessandrini and Martial. Alessandrini showing some bits that he can do on the edge of the box. Lovely little bit of skill and trickery. Eventually hits the stop and turn, draws the foul, and wins the penalty. And that is a prime example of why I love Alessandrini. His high agility and high balance allows him to perform skill moves just immediately. He's also my best penalty taker on the team as well, and he does indeed take my set pieces. Steps up here with Alessandrini, aim left, and then fake right, and what a pen that was. Bottom right hand corner, 5-2 after 52 minutes. Happy days, and I'm thinking to myself, this is going to be a very, very comfortable win. We did indeed get another one. Guess what? Pogba winning the ball back in midfield again there. Loses out, unfortunately, to James Rodriguez, but there's Eric Bailly intercepting again. Bakayoko picks up the loose ball. Bakayoko plays a lovely 1-2 with AURIER. This is me manually triggering the run of AURIER to go forwards, because I know that, like, it's kind of like, it's like subconscious, but because I know my 2 midfielders, Bakayoko and Pogba, were so deep, I knew that I didn't have the options up front. So when I passed that pass inside, I could literally just see there's no one there. So I needed to trigger the run of AURIER. I sent him forward, and he actually scored. So all those times where I said to you guys, AURIER only really scores goals in squad battles for me, he actually got a goal and an assist in this game. So what a god. The next goal was from my opponent. It was 6-3. There wasn't any more goals in this game, but just 2 incredible chances here. One from Paul Pogba. Lovely little bit of skill and trickery. Tries the half volley. Doesn't go anywhere near the goal. And then the last attack, guys, the last chance in the game. It falls to me defensively here. Eric Bailly winning the ball upfield. Alessandrini with the fake shot. Passes it into Mbappe. Mbappe flicks it up to himself. Hits the volley. Unfortunately, this one rattles the post and comes back out. And 6-3 is the final score. But you'll see here, guys, by the match stats, Peter Schmeichel only making the 3 saves. I think 8. Yeah, there you go. 8 for his Leno. Just generally dominated the game, you know. 3 goals for Martial, 1 for Alessandrini, 1 from Mbappe, 1 for AURIER. Then assists coming from Martial, Mbappe, Bakayoko, and AURIER as well. Just goes to show the strength throughout the team. Goals coming from midfield, defense, and attack. Assists coming from midfield, defense, and attack. And although I had a little less possession, I had so many good goal-scoring opportunities. I dominated the field by way of pass accuracy. I dominated by way of chances. I dominated by way of goals. And I was never in danger of losing this game, even when my opponent scored that first goal. It wasn't a problem for me. This team is so overbearing, so overpowering, because of the high aggression, the high stamina, the insane strength, the skill moves, the weak foots, the pace that I've got available to me. For me personally, this team genuinely encompasses everything you look for in a team, and I would go as far as saying that this is the most meta team you can have, excluding icons and Ronaldo. Other than that, I think this is about bang on. Just to show you there as well, guys, this was a Division 2 game. You know, this is a top tier game, and I absolutely melted my opponent. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.